Hiya, and welcome back to Try Not to Grin, or to Share or Grin, whichever one this is. I don't know which one this really falls into. What I do know... Yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna feel about this. As a person who has been just coasting by himself for a hot minute, I feel like we can maybe can appreciate love, happiness, all these things, have a good time here, maybe, or it could just be pain. Pain could exist here for us, people who might be alone. If you're not, love you, happy for you, great. You know that meme that's just like that very upset little black boy who's sitting there who's like, so happy for you, great. Just like, awesome, you know, it's so good, I'm so happy that you're killing it. Awesome. He's just pissed. I love it. Anyways, it could be that. We could go two routes. We could do the wholesome appreciation and hopefulness for the future, or despair and agony and frustration at other people's happiness. We'll find out which one we fit into today. Regardless, ladies and gentlemen, if it wasn't clear, we're going to be checking out r/relationship memes. Regardless, by definition about their own community, this is a home of fun, funny, cute, positive memes that celebrate happy, healthy relationships. I feel like these are either going to be a peak or like loner cringe. What I mean by that is like loners will determine it to be cringed. I am loner. Hi. Yes. When you sleep with your man and he turns around and hugs you in his sleep. This is a bad start. My emotional response was ew, but I held it back. Anyways, we'll see if it gets less bad. Okay, let's change this. Let's change the tact. Who can like hold for longer? Who can sit there and be like, happy for you? Oh my god, it's so nice. I love hearing about this. It's not cringe or too much. Okay, more of it. No, I'm fine. Do I look pale? Do I look like the fucking life force of my body is being drained? It's nothing. I got COVID or something. Get away from me. Leave me alone. Let me get this straight. You think that I'm the best thing that's ever happened to you. I do. And I'm tired of pretending it's not. Oh my god, this is so hard. This is really, really gross. It's like too much. I know it's like, maybe a part of it is that it's like when you're in a relationship, you're just like, you're something in the serotonin in your brain, and like every instinct that you have is like, you found a partner. Protect the person, love the person deeply. Here's a bunch of mushy bullshit. Have kids, procreate, increase their species, the love, all that, whatever. So maybe in the depths of it, you're like, I totally get it. Oh my god, I love this person so much. But from a person who has never felt that ever, it just seems like a lot. Like this. Like, what do you call it? You think I am the best thing that has ever happened? That is a goddamn lie, alright? Have you seen some TV shows? Have you seen puppies? Like, calm down, okay? Anyways, this is also not peak. This is just what's new. And thus far, it's been almost too much for me to bear. This is sweet. I agree with this. You got a love list of family goals. Killing it. This is nice. To me, it's when like people say like, have I ever told you that like I love you 1,000 times a day? I just want to kill myself. I don't know. And maybe, hey, again, in an ideal world, I feel that and I say that. But I have never been in very many relationships, and I've never also been in the situations like that. So fucking yeesh. Yeesh. But also I haven't had my heart broken in like a million pieces, so I'm also probably cooking and losing and winning in other regards. Some people would probably argue losing. When I cuddle with my GF, I let her be the big spoon, so she farts away from me. She's my little jetpack. You'll still smell shit, so alright. Anyways. Happy for you. Cool. Cute. There are people who love gifts and are great at giving. There's people who love gifts and are great at gifting, and there are people who suck at gifting and they marry each other. I mean, I guess my parents are kind of like this. But also, getting gifts for a lot of people is pretty hard, because like you have to like keep track of all of their likes and enjoyments and etc. You also got to make time to go uptown and find it, and then not find it, and then you got to go online, but it's like twice the amount of money. Or sometimes you look out and it's not, and then you're like, Jesus Christ, are they doing anything like this much for me? And then you get like a fucking Amazon gift card, and you're like, great, awesome, I'm so fucking happy, I went fucking above and beyond. And then you're like, you know what, next year they're gonna pay it back, baby. They were like, ooh, they probably felt bad about it. They're probably like, ooh man, he got this special gift for me, I love it to bit pieces, it's all that greatness. Next year I'm gonna get them back. So then you go out of your way again another year, and then not the same shit, Amazon gift card, and you're like, you know what, it's fine, Amazon gift cards are actually pretty great, I can buy what I want. But anyway, it's a good repose to the good old like, I bought you a gift that I think you would like and enjoy. And then the person's like, I bought you something that allows you to buy for sure what you enjoy and want. Maybe I'm just dead inside. But a part of me, like, I have two voices in my head. One that's like, that's kind of nice. And the other one that's like, get away from me. I don't know why. I don't want to be around this today. No, okay guys, here's the thing. This is a problem. We haven't mentally primed ourselves for like just like, hey guys, every time you acknowledge the people talking about lovey-dovey bullshit, and maybe possibly your friends will treat you with some grace when you go through the bullshit lovey-dovey nonsense. Or I don't know, maybe you'll have a higher chance of getting lovey-dovey nonsense if you're able to like quell the storm, maybe. So here we go, mentally prime ourselves. We're happy for people. We want the same things at some point in their life, probably. We also tell ourselves that we're not going to be that, but probably will become that, because it's it's governed by emotional overload, essentially, and all these things. We're going to trust someone deeply. We're going to love someone deeply. We're going to be able to see someone and get all hyped and amazing and know that we can say what we want to these people because they're our people. All that. And now let's read memes about people telling us about how happy they are to have all that, even though let's just happiness. When my BF is giving solid solutions to my problems, but I just feel like complaining. I've heard this many times. Women do not want fixes or solutions to their problems. They just want you to listen to them and try to find the angle in which they are right. Okay? Not the angle in which that would solve the problem, but just as if you're debating something and you're on their team, all right? It's not about the other person's perspective. It's about they're justified, but also just some side advice. Aim them away from self-annihilation, all right? Don't egg them on to quit their job or like to call Sabrina a bitch or whatever, but instead be like, you know what, you're better than her. Also, you don't want to ruin the job you have, so just think to yourself, fuck that bitch. I don't need any of this. I'm just gonna not be your friend anymore. I'm not gonna be nice. I'm not gonna compliment you. Doing great, but you're not gonna go up to her and call her a bitch or tell your boss that she is a monster because you need facts and evidence, and now we're getting to solutions. We don't want that. We just want you to weather the storm and calm down. And also, we know in 2 weeks they're gonna fucking be best friends because they're gonna compliment each other in some way, and girls are crazy. But also, this is not just a woman thing. This is like kind of somewhat a dude thing. It's more of a bro thing, I think. I don't think men go to women to be like, let me vent. I think men go to their dude friends to be like, this fucking asshole, this piece of rat shit at my goddamn job, or this fucking stupid annoying problem I have that I can't fix. All guys, my girlfriend trying to get something done, me helping. I have heard a lot of this in terms of like also what a nerd response. I've heard about this for sure. Oh man, what do you call it? But I was saying, man, this is something I always hear on the other side of the pond, where women are like, all they want is sex, this and that, or like, I have to have sex 100 days of the year, or some crazy thing, and they're like, I always get rejected, all these things. But to me, I don't know, if you were to listen to what a woman says typically, a lot of what, like, in my opinion, kind of a silly answer is, it's all about the mood and like timing. And what I think that means is like, you just haven't made people feel attractive, made people feel like this is something that they want to do, that there's a reason to do, and that it's special to achieve, etc. So I don't know. I feel like you got to play on their field a little bit when it comes to that. But I don't know. I know nothing about nothing. Shame. Ah, baby. You had a crush on me? That's embarrassing. We're married. Still. What? What is that? School band. I'm a trumpet? I'm a trumpet. What? That's a horn. So I'm in a school band. Also, man, I don't know about this. This is a dude. Man, you gotta fucking change your tact. Maybe this is like works 1 in a million, but the idea that's like, hey babe, I'm horny. And then what? She just could be like, done, I'm on my way. Like, what? What kind of fucking anime isekai harem bullshit are you living? That's the reality. And it might work one time when your partner is like, you're fresh into a relationship, you're both really into each other, you're all in. But I don't know if this is the tact that'll save you every day, my guy. But anyway, me telling my girlfriend she looked pretty. Her, but I just woke up and my hair is a mess. Me, I said you look pretty. Okay. Although, to me, this is also why women think you're always lying, to be fair, because it's like you're telling them something that is almost demonstrably untrue. But also, I feel like most men can agree with, like, it's less about the look and more about the doing of things, so to speak. Anyways. Don't worry about it. But I could also see women's attack from like constantly asking these questions when you're like, look at me. I got crusty ass eyes. And you're like, you're just trying to tell me, you're just talking me up. You're being insincere. Boom. Now what if you're just a weirdo who's just like, yeah, you got a fucking matty looking hair. You got like a drool all over the face. Although I feel like some pretty people are just pretty, you know what I mean? Even if they have like piercings and shit, doesn't take away from the pretty bone structure, face composition, skin pigment tone, all these things. God, me trying to telepathically tell my that I can change my mind and I do want something from the gas station while he's in there paying for the gas. This is a lot. Okay, so this is, hey, just on the topic of relationships, those guys who are in it, here's the thing. One of the things that I'm a little bit like, as a loner, as I am, one of the things that to me has always been like a hard sell, if not just like a lot, like a big ask. Essentially when like, there's no answer. So that like, there's no like, this is why I'm upset, it makes sense, you know? Because a lot of times it's like, you should have known. I'm like, what? I can't read a mind? Like, that's where I start to depart. You know what I mean? Even though I empathize with the overwhelming amount of estrogen fucking cooking through your veins, I get it. It's a lot. It's probably too much. I would get crippled by it for sure. But I've never felt that, so I'm just stuck with my dumb brain. But yeah, to me, the thing just seems like excessive. The idea that like, no. How could you? And then they don't talk. And then it's just like, this is just bad shit. I gotta leave. I'm like, there's very few things that I could think about in a relationship that would really kill it for me. Cheating on people is, of course, just obvious, no brainer, fucking trash, garbage, disgusting person. But the other one is just a lack of like communication, essentially, in that regard. But I see so many people, whether it be memes, whether it be relationship advice, for people being like, I makes no sense. I'm just insane, but it's cute. And I'm like, is it? Is it cute? I feel like it'd be cute once, depending on the retrieve. So like, if somehow in the mind you made it so that this man was supposed to know to bring you food, and he didn't bring you food, and you're like, oh damn it, I wish you would have gotten me food. I wanted food. Unfortunate. Your man replies, I had no idea you wanted food. You have a phone. You could text me. I would instantly bought it for you immediately, babe. It'd be easy. But I had no idea, and I don't want to go back in because that's a lot. And then for your girlfriend to be like, that's fair, it's crazy, instead of being like, okay. Instead of them be like, well, all right. And there's a war. There's a war going on in that brain, and you're like, I'm fucking, what do I do now? Do I am I pussy that goes back and gets some food for an unreasonable ass request? I don't know. Maybe you have a girlfriend that's doing a lot of unreasonable requests from you as well. And then it's balanced and equal and you're both insane. But I don't know. Seems like a lot for me. Could be that I'll be alone by myself forever. Could be a potential thing. Good news is that I'm a pretty big proponent of like self-love and being the being everything that you could be, that you hope to be for another as well. So to be a good friend is to be a good friend to yourself. To be a good lover, relationship person, or partner is to be that for yourself. So because you're, regardless, at the end of the day, you have you, so why not try to be all that you can be for the person that's gonna always be there at the end of the day. Now, I think only after you've done that and you've went beyond that can you truly be there for another. To be loved is to feel loved, or is to feel loved. Anywho, random tangent aside, sorry, I'm the way I am. As soon as I see my boyfriend, me, the hudda, man, again, everyone's brain is like, nice, like, or worse, must be nice, you know. Oh, I don't know. I've always seen maybe it's just like media, but it always shows like I don't want to do it's no thank you, girl. But then maybe people could feel that way, because I've heard this from female friends like my entire life, that they don't want to be perceived as like slutty or something like that. But it's not. Most men are not thinking that. Most men are like, awesome, go team, you know. It's women hate women. Okay, it's very one-dimensional. And if men hate women, it's usually because they're sad and alone, and they love women so much that they feel like they're incomplete, and then they just go about it the worst conceivable way possible. Not to champion gross incel shit, but anyway, women don't get enough credit for their imagination. Who else is gonna see that much potential in a guy who puts his mattress on the floor? If your potential is governed by those things, there's people who I think in Japan, I remember that's a big thing, but like people who like kill it in their industry, in their work, are incredibly caring, and you're defining someone based on a characteristic of them having a mattress on the floor. Like, I get it if they're shitty, annoying, unmotivated, and they also have a mattress on the floor, yeah. But to say that your person can't just be like, yeah, no, I just sleep in that room, and I don't need like a raised mattress bed. It gets the job done, I go to sleep. It's like, I understand, you know? It's like, again, that to me is an unfair representation of what they value versus what you value. So if he values that, you know, his car, his job, his the way he interacts with people, etc., and he spends very little time in his bed or in his house, then that's an easy solution-oriented, stupid, mechanical brain of like, I put value into what I get value out of, and the bed gets me the most amount of value that I would need from this. A raised bed doesn't do anything for me. A background in the bed doesn't give me anything from that. Fuck it. And if you're like, he's a shitty person because he doesn't hold the same value structure as in terms of priority that I do, then you're a shitty person. People are more than just one thing. I went too much into this, as I tend to do. Anyways, man, also our relationship advice is like, to me, 90% of like women, which makes sense because to me, again, we talk about it, the adduction of estrogen within the body makes people feel like 10x what men probably feel. It's what we learn from like fucking men going through transition to get estrogen in the body, and they're like, holy fuck, I feel an abundance of motion. So that's why I draw the comparison. Maybe I don't know anything, that's fair too. I'm just a Canadian guy across the pond, who knows? But what I will say is, to me, it makes sense why most of these posts are ladies, because I feel like if the sum total of estrogen is an abundance of emotion and a superseding of feeling emotion, then it would make sense that they say stuff like this. My boyfriend is genuinely my best friend. And now, why I laughed at that, it's a super sweet comment. But it just fit perfectly to what I said. And not like the, oh, we're dating so we're forced to be friends type relationship. I wouldn't rather do, yeah. I can't read. But like the I wouldn't rather joke around and do dumb shit with anyone else type relationship. I feel like, okay, that wasn't me. It's a person writing a thing. He's my person. That's lovely. I like that a lot. I just found it was kind of humorous about the. It's like classic relationship goals of like, if again. This is, I think, where people get like some weird hate boner bullshit going on with like, I think it was one of the things I constantly heard way back in the day, which is the a friend zone thing. But I think it's because of like a trope of like a wondrous good relationship, which I'm sure is like, there's plenty of examples of things that can work in relationships they somehow manage. But yeah, the idea of like the friendship thing being like mom, my partner is my best friend in the world kind of thing. And then maybe that has something to do with the friend zone thing as well. It's because men get so on the like, I just want a person that's like my friend that also supports me and I can bone. It's essentially what I want. I want a person I can joke with, have a fun life with, experience neat things with, and bone a lot as well. Boom. I don't know what the women equivalent is, but yes. Last one. Him. What size fry you want me? Oh, just a small. She'll have a large. She'll have a large me. I'm here. I'm primed. See, this is funny because it could be like, oh, he's charming. It's like, oh, you eat what you want. At the same time, he also could be like, well, fuck it, I'll eat it. It's cheaper to get 2 larges than a small. I'll just eat the rest. And then you start digging in like crazy in your fries, and he's sitting there like, she lied to me. She lied to my ass right on the spot. Can't believe this. Can't believe this. I'm just playing. But ladies and gentlemen, this has been a fun time. This has been, again, it started off to me hard because your boy is a loner a little bit. By the way, I don't say that like with like, baby, no, nothing like that. What I do say that as in is just my kind of, I'm an introvert. I kind of like my like to do my things, etc. I got many. One of the big problems with me as well is that I get super into things and I get like tunnel vision, and then I'm like, oh fuck, I haven't talked to my friend for like 2 weeks, and I can't even imagine how fucking horrible that'd be if you were in a relationship. Hope to God you have a clingy ass girlfriend. Me, anyways. Ladies and gentlemen, this was fun. I know, but also again, to me, one of the things that I found, because I used to go through some good old spurts of pretty monstrous loneliness at certain points, which I'm sure many of y'all can concur and agree with. It's not a very fun emotion to go through. But if you start to look at yourself and your journey through life, I guess, as you are stuck with one person for sure throughout your entire life and your entire experience on this planet. It's a little bit morbid, but everyone will die. Your parents, everyone you love, it's horrible to say this, but everyone will eventually go away. So the sooner you can find out how to be to yourself, your best friend that's the most supportive, that's the most pick me up by my bootstraps kind of person, but as well as caring and kind, and the same thing could be said to be the best partner or relationship, whatever, that you would hope to find within another, to be supportive, to be understanding, to listen, to understand, to whatever. Will make the journey of loneliness, to me at least, seem a lot more fun, because it's a challenge every day to make yourself laugh, to make your this laugh. And I realize that sounds quite like, I'm sure people are like, ew, or like, that's sad. But in reality, if I do all of these things to myself, I feel like I'll better understand how to be there for another. But at least that's my weird thought on the matter. But regardless, wish all my forever alone brothers and sisters that they can find someone that is half as wondrous as it seems like these people are, although they might be in the whole lull period of just ecstasy of a new relationship kind of vibe, which, you know, definitely feel like 90% of these are from the I just got into a relationship and they're not an abusive douchebag, so let's get after it. Or in the male end of things, I just got a girlfriend, she's cute and has sex with me, I'm in. We're in. We're cooking, baby. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, hopefully you guys do enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you so much for putting up with me. There's a subscribe button over there, 2 videos further that way as well as we stream constantly so much on the channel, and hopefully I can see you there. Thank you so much for your time, and goodbye, my friends.